know this isn't the content you're used to, but there we go. All right. Nice. Just finishing setting up. Oh, hi Tucker. How you doing? I'm just setting this up real quick. Man, my computer's slow. There we go. All right. Let me find the best one. Oh, yes. There we go. Yep. All right. All right. So, how well can you hear me? Okay. Pretty good? All right. That's good. All right. So this is the bottom. Yep. All right. Good. Good, good, good. So, what you will need to do to properly do this, if you're wanting to do this yourself, you're going to need a pencil and a shading pencil and a pencil sharpener. That's about it. Those are the things you absolutely need. Alright, let's see. We got a wooden mannequin over here. Come on. What kind of pose do we want? We want something simple? Probably. Alright. Get your pencil sharp. I didn't realize how annoying that was. Alright, so we want to start out with general body shape. Since I'm doing a standing figure, I mean, might as well go that direction. So first, we want to start with drawing the general pose of the figure very lightly. Ooh, lower. Just gonna have him with his hands in his pockets. for two reasons. One, I'm not great at drawing hands. Second, it's a pretty simple pose to draw. One, two, let's see, pretty, no, it's a bit too far over. Pretty standard, just cold weather, having your hands in your pockets. You want to gesture the general direction of the feet. All right. All right, so what we want to do next is draw out the general shape of the body. Let's see. So we have our neck. He's a cartoon character, so it's not going to be too terribly thick. His head's basically a circle. I'm going to go around in a circle a few times, very lightly, that way when you're finished, you can carve out your circle shape. If you erase a little too much, that's okay. It's all a process. Alright, neck is there. Shoulders about there. And I'm kind of realizing that this line here is a bit far out there, so we're just gonna use it as a guide for the outside line. His hands go right into his pockets. Then we erase this line because we don't need it anymore. You can also erase that line. Those first lines are just general guides for what you need to do. We can also get rid of that one. Let's see. Got our jacket going there. Let's get our other arm here. We're just sketching here. It's all right if it's not pretty. Oh, gotta go past the arm here. All right, and his hoodie goes over the pockets area of his pants, so we just draw some lanky legs. Stop it about there. That way we have enough space to draw the shoe. And then we erase this line. All right. Make sure to brush off all your eraser dust. And then you go back and check your proportions, your angles, and all that. This arm could stand to be a little wider. And then we'll leave the feet like that for now. And we'll move on to we'll move on to the upper body. So first, we want to start with the hood. Draw a line about chin level to indicate the top of the hood behind the head. And then come down with a V to about there. And do that on either side. And that indicates our hood, at least the starting position of it. And then you draw lines down to the shoulders from the farthest point out. And then you join those at the tip of the V. You want to grab your eraser and erase those lines inside the fold of the hood, but leave these ones here. Moving on to the actual hoodie. It's a baggier piece of clothing, so we want to increase the, it's hard to describe, but we want to increase the width of the clothing wherever it naturally would. So like at the elbows and the hands, it's a bit wider there. But we also want to add folds to it to indicate that it's not just a fat arm. And for the hoodie, it doesn't have to be symmetrical, doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, that would make it look more natural, having it not be perfect, because that's how it normally looks. All right. And we don't want to forget the bagginess of, let me curve that in a little bit. Yeah. Don't forget the bagginess of the bottom of the hoodie either. And then finally, we draw our pocket. We dip the bottom of it a little bit, but other than that, it's basically a trapezoid. Yeah, bring that down a bit more. I actually have a hoodie kind of like this. Let me grab it real quick. Yeah, here we go. So you see how on the pocket here, it's got this little stitching, right? This area of stitching. To replicate that, just add another line. Boom. Hands inside of pockets. Oh, I forgot the strings. So just want to make two kind of noodly rectangles. There you go. Oh, hey, wise guy. How you doing? And then at the bottom of the strings, gonna add like a little club shape, like the club on a deck of playing cards. And voila. Yeah, you can see that. Good. Good. All right, and once you are sure you are finished, you can go back over your lines to finalize them. Pressing in a little harder instead of sketching. Making darker lines than you normally would. So, gonna finalize these real quick. Ooh, there is one thing I forgot about. At about stomach level, just draw a line horizontally. Wow, that is a very straight line. All right then. All right. And then erase those a bit. Finalizing torso lines, because why not? You'll see why I made this line in a little bit. All right, moving on to the head. So first, you got your basic circle. Let me just fix the top of that a little. Facing forward, his face is basically a circle, so not too much to worry about, although it is kind of... It is a slightly flattened circle. All right. So, his face, pretty simple. But we have to partition his face into quarters. Make sure it's right. You want to put a little snake nostril on either side of this vertical line, just under the horizontal line. And then you want to create slightly oval shaped, no, not oval shaped. That was the original design. Egg shaped. Slightly egg shaped with the smaller end in the middle, or towards the middle. Oh man, this is gonna be pain in the butt to get correctly symmetrical. Okay. Start here, goes there, hits there. All right. Also goes to there. All right. Perfect. Erase those guiding lines. It's okay if those dots stay there because these are eye sockets. They're getting colored black for the most part. We will have a pretty small oval in the middle of them that act as pupils. And then wait a second. Those eyes are too high. You know what else is high? Me. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Let's try that again. So, draw a line about halfway between this horizontal line and the chin. Your nostrils go right beside it. And then your eyes come down here. And I'm making them too close. Yay me. I know how to draw. Totally. Okay. So if you take this top line, or this bottom line here, draw a line up to this middle line. Then erase around the nostrils. That is where your eyes should be closest. And when I'm done with this guy, you better not say he looks like Sans. I've never played Undertale, so don't you go saying he looks like Sans. Because he's gonna look like Sans. And it's not gonna be on purpose. Erase inside of the eye. Get rid of those guiding lines. And you can erase around here. Those nostrils are too far apart. Something you'll learn about me if I ever do this drawing kind of stream more often. I'm a perfectionist. And that's not a good thing all the time, but I mean, what can I say? Then we just make 4 equal lines to make this a little better, take a line at the bottom of the nostrils, go all the way to the sides. And then erase the section between that line and the nearest vertical line down here, like so. And then make it a straight line. Make it slightly more skull-shaped. Also keep in mind, I've only drawn this character a few times, so still learning the best way to draw him. Oh, don't forget the oval pupils. All right, and yep, that's the head. If you want to go for a slightly more cartoony look, I mean, you can add like little dots under the eyes. If you're using the right thing, pencil is not the right thing to use if you want to make it cartoony. So I'm just gonna erase those. And something you can't see when he has his hood up are these two horns. But when he has his hood up, it just looks like he has a skull. Wait, now he just looks like King from the Owl House. That was not my intention, but oh well. Alright. Moving on. Pants. Pretty simple. Just make the thigh thicker than the calf, because that's just how that works. He's just got plain Jane pants, so you're really not missing out on anything. Alright, and then shoes. First we have to draw a bit of leg on each of these. Anyway. So, we got, first, on the inside line, you draw a curved line kind of making it look like a cylinder about 2/3 of the way to the other line. And then you add a little arch there and there. Now you might be wondering, why would you add an arch on a leg? Well, that is going to become the tongue of the shoe. You want to add another line that parallels your curved line, like so. And this creates the top of the shoe. And make sure to get the little bit on the other side. All right. His shoes come in a little bit at the diagonal. And then need to make the tongue longer. Then come back out a little bit. Alright. And then the bottom of his shoe, just a regular shoe. Nothing too fancy. Basically drawing a J. At the end of that J, go straight up and curve over. Oop. Nope, I did that wrong. And curve to the bottom of the tongue. That needs to be a bit out more. Alright, now you can erase the guiding lines. And now your drawing should be free of guiding lines. Now it kind of looks like a shoe, right? But it's missing something, and that is depth. So go from the heel of the shoe, bring it forward about 3/4 of the way to the curve, and then arc over. And that is too much on the toe. All right. Probably because that's not 3/4. Make sure it's like a gradual, not just a 90-degree angle. Actually, no, I kind of like it more angled. There. Slight angle. And now, just add 2 little rectangles. And a line. On the top of the foot, 2 rectangles and a line. And don't forget to close off the tongue horizontally. You'll see why in a little bit. All right, now he is done with the outline. So now we grab our shading pencil. Yeah, that's the right one. All right. Oh, geez, it's heavy. Oh, there goes my lid. No, hold on, everybody. Jammed my pencil sharpener. Okay. How do I remove this? I just got this, and I don't know how to remove it. Bear with me here. Okay. I'll figure that out later. Grab your backup pencil sharpener. And sharpen. And if you get graphite on your paper, do not brush it off like you do your eraser stuff. You blow it off. That way, you don't smudge the graphite all over your paper. So, following our design, you want to shade the inside of all this. And shading pencils have darker graphite than regular 2B pencils. And they're easier to smudge, so you want to be careful about that too. Oh, I forgot. Gonna make an inside line on the hood. To do that, yeah. Now, if you do that, it may be a little hard to differentiate between where one line ends and one line starts. So, what you want to do, you want to create a little bit of a white space gap. Basically cutting it off from the rest of the shape. And you're going to have to be careful not to fill that part in. Think of it like outlining your hood, or, well, I guess specifically right now the hood, but like once I color all this in, I'm not going to be able to see this line here. So what you want to do, you erase that line, but you can still see where that line was. So you draw around where that line was and then close it off. Or if you have a white pen, you can just go over it with a white pen, which is easier, but I looked and Dollar General did not have any white pens. Oh, yep, see what I mean? Easier to smudge. And also harder to erase. So you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful when you're using your shading pencil. Now these strings on the hood, those are white, so you don't color those in. And don't forget what I said about the little bit of white space between the dark objects. I've never seen the Titanic. I don't know what he draws like. Then you shade in the back. Then you go along this line with your shading pencil and you start shading. You want to go lightly with your shading pencil to start out with. And don't get too close to any lines. Unless you're comfortable enough to do that. Sometimes you want to go over spots you've already shaded, make them a little darker. Maybe go at them from a different angle. Now I will show you a tool that I use when shading, when I'm done shading this. Oh, yep, here's another example of one of those lines that's going to go missing because it's all black. This will be much more interesting once I speed things up and add music and stuff. Also, it's a lot easier to do this digitally because of bucket tools. And also, it's a lot easier to get a smooth and consistent color digitally because it does the coloring for you. When you're coloring with a pencil, different pressures equal different colors. Giving this man some swag. All right. If you spit when you blow your candles out on your birthday, maybe you should get a hair dryer for blowing off your paper instead of using your mouth. Because just a little bit of water will ruin your drawing. Alright, time to sharpen the pencil again because it is pretty flat. Oh, well. Yeah, the lead for the pencil. Oh. The lead for the pencil is a lot softer than your regular pencil, which is why it's easy to smear. It also means it's easy to break. Pants. Alright, time to color in the eyes. Look at how pitch black that is. And look at that. With the snap of a finger, I inverted the color of his eyes. But also, color his horns black. You leave the skull white, obviously. He didn't die in a fire. Alright, I need to bring this out a little more. Boom. And then the pants are just black. Plain Jane black jeans. What the heck is going on? Why is it so scratchy? Oh, there was something on my pencil. Okay. That was weird. Are you guys enjoying this kind of stream? Or should I just stick to gaming? Is the whole thing on there? Nope, I'm coloring off screen. My bad. Oh, I hope I didn't draw the shoes off screen. I don't think I did. Alright. Remember, blow on it, don't brush it away. Let me erase some of these smudges. Alright, now time for the shoes. I'm gonna sharpen my pencil again because this is some fine detail. Oh, come on, I broke my lead again. Is it good? Yep, it's good, but it needs to be just a bit sharper. Damn it, I broke it again. I got too greedy with getting it sharp. That's 4 times I broke the lead on the same pencil. Alright, there we go. It's finally sharp. Bad thing about this kind of pencil, to make it efficient, it has to be pretty large, like pretty wide. Oh hey, I fixed my electric sharpener. Alright, so what you're going to want to do with the shoes. First of all, remember that white space between 2 black objects to differentiate between 2 black objects? Add that to the legs. that in. It's not that big of a deal. It's not filled in. All right. So you're going to leave the top of the shoe white. Going to come over here. Mark the side of the tongue black. Not the tongue itself, the side of the tongue. Mark it black. Come over here. Color this part black. Oh, you haven't even seen it. You haven't even seen it finished yet. You haven't even seen the best part of it. It'll look so much nicer after I'm done with my secret technique. Oh, I hate being sick. And my secret technique isn't even all that secret. I have a feeling any artist is probably urging me to use the technique right now, but I'm just not going to do it until the end. Some artists use this technique or throughout their drawing. I like to do it at the end of the drawing. That way I can be like, ooh, this doesn't look so great. And then I do it, and then it's like, wow, that's way better. All right, am I missing anything? Drawstring, white, this area white, that, white. I think I passed my cold to you. I don't think you did. Most people at my school are sick, and a lot of people at my work are also sick. With your non-shading pencil, shade in the inside of the hoodie. Also, draw a line about there on the neck, and then draw one of those white lines again to differentiate between two black objects, and then fill that in to show that he's wearing a shirt under his hoodie. All right. Now for the technique I've been yapping about. Almost. Just a little bit more there. Blending stump. It makes this look so much nicer. Just gotta be careful not to get it outside of the lines. I mean, it is okay if you get it outside of the lines, but just try not to. Some people in my art class refused to use blending stumps because of the sound it made on the paper. I don't know why. But make sure you don't get that white line blended. Well, I'm gonna split it down the middle. Do a little comparison. Alright. Blend the horn. And then shade that a little bit because I got the light shining right on it. Look how much nicer it looks when it's blended versus when it's not blended on. Let me get the edges good. There, look at that. Look how much nicer that is. That is so much better. So, we're going to do that to the other side. Oh, I didn't blend his eye. It's okay if you get a little bit outside of where it should be. You can always go back with an eraser and fix any mistakes in the last phase. Dude, I've been wanting an OC for a long time. Now I finally do. If you don't have a blending stump, you can use your finger. It's just harder to use your finger than a blending stump because you've only got one finger size. But blending stumps have many sizes. And if you don't get this first try, or if you don't get a drawing first try, don't be discouraged. It takes practice. I mean, heck, I wasn't good at drawing when I started. I'll show you in a second. I have it hanging on my door. Don't know why. It's terrible, but it's on my door. It's so shiny. At that horrible angle where it shines into my eyes off the graphite. I have a light like right there. I don't know if you can see. Yep, right there. Right there. So I lied to you. Erasing isn't the final step. It's the second to last step. Make sure everything is as you want it. Get everything back into shape. And remember, do not wipe it. You'll ruin it. You will ruin your hard work. Don't wipe. Now, if you're on the toilet, that's a different story. But please do wipe. But don't wipe your paper. Toilet humor. Just gotta make sure it's completely filled in. Straighten that back out. Can't say that joke, I'd get canceled. Okay. It is very hard to unblend inside of the white line you're supposed to have. And look what I did. I blended the white line. So, we will redo this. Alright. I didn't blend that part. Alright. Make sure everything on the outline is blended. You want it looking nice. I'm so tempted to just wipe it away, but I can't do that. There we go. Okay. Heck, I lied again. This next step isn't the last step. It's also the second to last step. So, that's too small. If you have them, grab some black technical pens. Ideally, an 03. 03 specifically. What you're going to want to do is outline everything. Go over every line. Try to get it in one go, because you cannot erase this. Just gotta be careful with it. If you're using a technical pen with these kinds of pencils, that's what they're called. You don't need to have these white lines, because this technical pen is far darker than what graphite could ever achieve. But I just showed you how to do it, just in case you don't have technical pens or you're not comfortable with using them. I wasn't comfortable when I first started. Alright, we got the hood done. Let's outline that. Alright, get that horn. Drag that over. Get the nostrils. Get the teeth. This would actually kind of be a sick cosplay. Outline. Ooh. Ooh. Kind of messed that one up. Oh well. Don't forget to get the pupil as well. Yep. Yep. New merch dropping this Saturday. Grab your hoodie. I only got one. Just kidding, I don't have one like this. This mask would go hard though. It'd be pretty cool. Just make sure you go over every line. Don't miss a single one. Missed that line. The reason you want to use technical pen on the outline of everything is to help it pop out more. Make sure your artist, or it makes sure that your art does not just blend in with other things, especially if you're doing more than just one thing on a paper. Like if, like say I was doing like a collage of things, it would help make this stand out from other images. Oop, can't miss that. Right. Anyway. Almost done. Mm-hmm. And our last line there, at least I think it's our last line. Yep, that's our last line. And then go back, erase along the edge. Especially on parts that are white, you don't want sketch lines being shown. Alright. Look at that. Hold on. Careful brushing that away. And I'm just gonna fill those in. Why not go over them again? Make sure that the ink is on top of the graphite, otherwise it looks faded. All right. Ooh, I need to blend all this. Get rid of the white there. All right. Anything else? No. All right. Yes. Crap. Make sure those are good. Draw back over the graphite. Boom. One more thing. Signature. And then, just make sure this doesn't smudge when you close your sketchbook or put something on it, you clear coat it. Use spray clear coat. I'm gonna erase all these smudges. Spray clear coat on it. I'll do that off camera, but just make sure it doesn't puddle up in any places. If it does puddle up, use a paper towel to pick up the spray paint. And don't wipe it, just lay it on there, pat it down, pick it up. All right. And there we go. Darvik is complete. He's done. I mean, this definitely isn't the version I will use in my videos, at least while digitally editing, but I now have a physical copy that I made. And maybe you made it too. So, if you enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this kind of content, let me know in the comments. This is new content for the channel, so if you want to see more drawing stuff, then let me know. And I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye. How do I end this? How do I? Oh, that button.